All right, welcome everybody. Thanks for joining us as we talk a little bit about a great new partnership and integration between GoTab and Evergreen. We're going to be talking about unlocking menu automations with the said integration between GoTab and Evergreen HQ. Um, my name is Adam Howe. I will be representing the GoTab side of things. We have Jeffrey Warner joining us from Evergreen as well. So quickly, just as a recap of well, not even a recap, what we'll be talking about today, preview. Give you guys a little bit of an overview of what GoTab brings to the table. We'll obviously talk a little bit about what Evergreen brings to the table as well, and then how the two come together, and how that integration will help streamline menu automations, especially when it comes to creating your menus and displaying your menus in a seamless and consolidated manner. And of course, we'll leave any time at the end for any questions and answers. And Jeff will give a brief demonstration too of how that integration works between the two platforms. So we have, as I mentioned, Jeff Warner here from Evergreen. You know what, Jeff, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna pass the mic over and let you do a true introduction of yourself because no one knows you better than yourself.
Thank you, Adam. I appreciate that. As Adam said, my name is Jeffrey Warner. I've worked at Evergreen for over 11 years. I'm currently the Director of Operations over here. I have worked with many companies to set up integrations as well as SMB businesses and chains to help them implement the Evergreen system. Essentially, we're a beverage management company that works to host your beer, spirits, cocktails, wine, even your food, and we can then take that information and seamlessly port it to a TV menu, instantly generate PDF print menus. We do QR codes, we do website widgets. Essentially, we are a one-stop shop for your beverage program to ensure all that information goes not only to your current customers, but also to your prospective customers as well. Thank you.
That's amazing because I mean, a little bit about myself. I spent most of my career in the operations side, mostly in the brew pub space and the brewery space, but also in the entertainment venue space as well. And being able to import actual descriptions that are across locations, across brands, in a more seamless fashion would have been really nice to have in my day. And that was a different life. A lot of technology that's out there now, including what GoTab and Evergreen bring to the table, wasn't necessarily readily available at that time. But there were definitely some pain points when it came to menu changes and taking something off a tap and putting something new on, especially in the spaces that I worked where we had a variety of especially craft beverages on tap where we wanted to make sure that we were presenting those things in a common way and in a way that did right by the producer of the beverages as well. Instead of just having to scroll through each one of their websites and finding the descriptions and making sure I knew exactly their ABVs and their IBUs and all the information that they wanted presented. I wanted to be able to do right by them. So this will be a great use case in general for those who have this integration. So on the GoTab side of things, we do have a very robust platform for ordering, taking those menus and being able to present them in a very flexible manner so that your guests have the ability to place orders of all of those beverages, food as well, and then other services and merchandise and what have you, from a variety of ways, whether it be through self-ordering on the guest phone, through the point of sale, through self-service kiosks, and then also bring that all together in a one-stop shop, a one source of truth manner, being able to mix and match those ordering platforms as well, whether it be a hybrid service model where you have full service from your server in a restaurant or a bartender, but also have the ability to order onto that same tab on your phone as well. Um, Being able to tie that in with both RFID ordering, where you're able to move about and use an RFID card to add to your tab from various sources, or from QR ordering as well through our patented Easy Tab flow. A lot of different ways in which we can meet the guests where they're at, which I really like and that kind of leads us into how we can integrate in with Evergreen, where we're also meeting the guests where they're viewing the menus, right? Whether they're viewing it digitally on site through a digital menu board, or through their phones when they're placing orders directly from GoTab, and also from PDF menus that you're able to print and automate that process as well. So there's a lot more to Evergreen than just, digital menu boards and as well. So, Jeffrey, as we lead into the actual demonstration of the integration, can you go into a little bit more detail about kind of the additional benefits of utilizing Evergreen as a platform that maybe isn't so obvious?
Absolutely. As this slide implies, we are the industry standard beverage management system, and we do offer the most flexible menus and robust tools on the market. Essentially, where the benefit for GoTab customers comes into place is you can utilize our enormous database of beverages, which is over 1 million when you include all the beer, spirits, cocktail ingredients, and wine in our database. Essentially, you can utilize our massive database to ensure you have accurate ABVs, IBUs, styles, etc., before you push that from Evergreen to GoTab, ensuring not only that you eliminate the need for dual entry, but also you have accurate sales data as well. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you can see exactly how this system works. So right now what you're looking at is the Evergreen dashboard. This is where you're going to be spending the majority of your time when it comes to adding and removing beverages. Speaking of our massive database of beer, we're going to go ahead and we're going to type in a beer like Ruination. As you can see, our database is going to sort itself by popularity. So the most popular beers are going to be right up at the top. As you'll notice, ABVs, IBUs, and styles come standard. After you hit available now, it's going to come from the beer search results and be popped into your current beer list. If you guys stay organized by tap numbers, which is very common, you can do that with our system too. In many cases, the descriptions also come straight from the brewery themselves, which you can see right here, both a short and a long description. If you've already had this beer on your list, you're going to notice that our system is smart enough to actually remember the pour size and the price that you previously had associated with it, working to save you a little bit of time. In reference to our integration with GoTab, after you have added your list into your system, you're going to hit the create/update items in POS. It's going to give you an option to port it to the appropriate category within your GoTab system, and you're going to hit create/update items. You're going to notice that we're going to have all green lights here, all successes. We only have 8 taps in our system right now, but you can have as many beverages in our system as you guys like. We work with some customers that have over 100 tap systems between multiple floors. After you see all those successes, you're going to hit close. And you're going to go to your GoTab system. We're going to go ahead and refresh. You're going to go draft beers. We're going to scroll down and you're going to see that Stone Ruination with that $10 mark is right in there. After that, you're going to hit available, and that's now going to be available for your staff to actually select and charge customers for. Now, we don't only work with beer, we also can work with wine, spirits, and cocktails as well. The wine and the spirits really mirror themselves in terms of operational efficiencies. One of my favorite features about our cocktail selection is the fact that you can also choose your glassware as well. Not only great for staff education, but also for customer education as well. I don't know about you guys, but I can get a little bit picky when it comes to the glassware that my cocktails are served in. Now, as I mentioned, we do have the most flexible menus on the market. Pivoting over to our digital menus, you can see right now we have a 1-column menu. We're pulling in the ABV, the IBU, the style, all of our pricing on one single page. And we're also going to pull in all those brewery logos themselves. It is important to note that if you guys are a brewery and are producing beverages regularly, you can always add beverages to our system as well. That process should take about 5 to 10 seconds per beverage that you would like to add. Now, this is just one example. If you guys have a multiple TV system and you would like to split your beverages across multiple screens, you can always do that with our system as well. Right now, we're going to be showcasing our beer on one screen and our cocktails on the second screen. And our system is smart enough to be able to spread this across two screens seamlessly, ensuring there's no white space on the digital menu, regardless of how many beverages you guys are serving. On this one, we're also going to be pulling in our social media feed on the bottom here. And we also have an integration with a company called Unsplash. Essentially, you can type anything you would like into our system, and we will pull up high resolution images, all free use for you guys to use, and guaranteed to take the entire length and the entire width of the digital menu. I just took an easy example and typed in something like brewery right here. After you find a picture you like, you can select it, hit update background image, and you're instantly going to change the look and feel of your digital menu with the click of a button. These are powered off Amazon Fire TV sticks, a very small investment. You're going to need one Amazon Fire TV stick per TV, and the integration process is incredibly simple. It takes about 5 minutes per TV. These are examples of landscape menus. If you would prefer, we can also do portrait menus too, just to give you a quick example. And if you prefer to do food instead of your beverages, such as beer, spirits, wine, or cocktails, you can always use this using our open menu items. This is an example of a late night upper scale menu. If you prefer to utilize us for print menus, of course, we are a great supporter of that as well. This is an example of a really standard 2-column menu. We're pulling in all the information I previously mentioned, from complete name of the brewery, style, ABV, IBU. Of course, we're pulling in all of our pricing and those descriptions that in many cases come straight from the brewery themselves. In terms of design options, you can see we're watermarking our logo right here, and we are matching the SKU color to the hex code color to our actual branding as well, ensuring that you maintain your branding through all of your print menu needs. This orange matches this orange in the logo. This blue matches this blue in the logo. If QR codes are more your thing, either you have a lot of outdoor spaces that are really great for QR codes, or you just want to save money on paper, we can support you in that as well. If you'd like to scan this with your smartphone, feel free to do so now. It is going to bring you to an optimized mobile menu. And as you can see right here, we're going to start in the on tap section. We're going to go through to the bottle and can section, then the wine, cocktails, and we're going to end on spirits right here. Again, we're maintaining our branding through that watermarked logo. And of course, as soon as you update the Evergreen system, this is instantly going to update on your guest's side. In addition to digital menus and print menus, we can also provide you with a single line of code that you can install on your website. And unlike many other of our competitors, our website widget is actually smart enough to pull in things like colors, fonts, styles, and themes when it's installed on your website. So what you're looking at right now are screenshots of real customers that we've worked with that have installed the same line of code. What you'll notice is that they all look different. It's because they all have different websites. So they're all pulling in different information in terms of those colors, fonts, themes, etc. I really like this example of Able Seed House and Brewery, a really clean example, really simple, and we're pulling in product logos instead of the brewery logos because they do individual artwork for each one of their products. Last but not least, we also integrate with social media companies as well. We integrate with Instagram, Twitter, now X, Facebook, and Google as well. We're going to pull that into what we call a social media inbox that's going to sort itself chronologically. So as you can see, we have a variety of different integrations that a variety of different posts that people have interacted with. Right now, this is an Instagram post. You can come in here and you can reply directly back to these customers, just as these people have done. They said, one of my favorites. They responded with our system and said, see you soon, we hope. Really great way to make sure that you are interacting with your customers. And finally, you can also schedule out posts as well. We're always going to have your new menu items available for you. We're always going to have some fun weekday posts like today's forecast, 99% chance of rain, 99% chance of wine, our buttery Chardonnay, freshly imported from Napa Valley to be precise. And then we're always going to have some really great social reviews, which, as you can see right here, this is a pretty glowing one this person just read. After that, you can decide the collage that you would like to create, and you can actually schedule it up to a month in advance if you would like. We have packages ranging from $59 all the way to $99, and the GoTab integration is included in all of our packages. Thank you very much for letting me share a little bit about my company.
Yeah, Jeff, I mean, that was amazing. I already said, like I said at the very beginning, this would have been really nice to have from a Streamline perspective for my operating days, especially in locations where I managed multiple bars that had different things on tap. One of the things that GoTab has a very strong ability to do is dynamic station overrides, where things are ordered. If you are ordering from a certain area, we want to make sure that they're being fulfilled from the right area. So knowing what beers are on tap at what bars would be really, really important. So being able to manage that from the one-stop shop on the Evergreen side, pushing that product information directly into GoTab, and then being able to assign in GoTab where that beer is actually being poured would be, it's a very nice use case to have from an operations standpoint. Just the fact that that integration is built in, that is kind of something that GoTab holds its hat on. We hold our hat on pretty tightly on the fact that a vast majority of our integrations with our integration partners are included in the platform, in the GoTab platform as well. Having an open API system gives us the ability to partner with great integrated partners like yourself and be able to provide added value to all of our locations that may not have existed prior. So that's a great note to hear as well.
Yeah, well, thank you for noticing that and for recognizing that. We do work very well with multiple locations as well, and we can copy beverages between locations just to make a beverage manager's job a little bit easier.
Yeah, ultimately that's what we're here for, right? We're just trying to make whatever part of your life easier as possible. So being able to add that into your standard operating procedures makes a whole lot of sense.
All right, this is Patricia. Just jump in with a couple questions. And for those who are on the call, if you have questions, you can put them in the Q&A. Just real quick, Adam, how do customers access the integration?
Yeah, though, I mean, from the GoTab side, we'll set that up during onboarding. If you are already a GoTab customer, we will reach out. You're going to reach out to your account manager and let them know that you are going to be setting themselves up with Evergreen, and we will get to set up as Jeff said earlier. On the GoTab side, that making that connection is going to be a pretty seamless and quick one to make. So definitely reach out to your account manager directly, and we'll get that set up as soon as possible.
Question for Jeff. So I noticed all like the social features, and I mean, there's a lot of functionality there. Can you kind of go over what's included in the base subscription and what's additional?
Absolutely, that's a great question. So our base package starts at $59 a month, but we do offer some fantastic yearly rates. In the base package, essentially, we include the ability to list all of your beverages in our system, from beer to spirits, cocktails, wine. You can even list all of your food. If you guys have any merch, you can list that with our system too. And then additionally, we also include the ability to generate QR codes. We will also provide you with access to our web widget. We'll, of course, provide you with access to all these social media integrations, from the social inbox to the social posting feature, and, of course, the GoTab integration as well. And then additionally, if you are interested in utilizing print menus or digital menus, they're an additional $20 a month, and that can be piecemealed any way you like.
Awesome. And then with regard to websites, does it matter what platform a customer is using for their website?
Not at all. Not at all. Our website widget is universal. And in fact, we even have a full service implementation team that will install that for you on your website for free. So whether you're tech savvy, whether you're a little bit more on this updating side and would prefer someone else to do that for you, we have you covered.
Wonderful.
Awesome. And then one last question. So we talk about beer a lot, but I understand that you can kind of display a lot of different types of beverages. So what other information are you able to display? Say if I want to display a cocktail.
Yeah, it's a great question. So, in terms of the other beverages that we also support, we can pull as much or as little information as you would like. Some people prefer just to have the cocktail names and prefer that customers ask their servers what's in a particular cocktail. Other people like to list as much information as possible on the menu, and we allow you to do either one with our system. For example, if you're listing if you're in fact listing like Jameson, for example, on one of your menus, and you just want to read as an Irish whiskey, you can do that. Alternatively, we can also pull in the description for an Irish whiskey. So all that information is really left up to the end user. And as I mentioned before, we have a full service implementation team that will ensure we massage your menus before you're ready for your go live date at no cost to you.
Awesome. And then we did receive another question. Is there a plan to have the integration auto enable or disable in GoTab when beers are added or removed?
Yes, that currently is the case. Yeah, we can push it to we can push it from Evergreen to GoTab. It's a read-only integration.
Sure. Jeff, I'll kind of piggyback on that question. Are there any future plans for adding on to the integration? This happens a lot with our integrations where we start off in one way and we get a lot of requests from our operators to make it, work a little bit differently. And if it makes sense, then it continues to do that way. Do you already, and I'm trying to pull the curtain away a little bit for those looking onward. Is there any plans on your side to kind of incorporate any other future functionality?
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, this is the first iteration
Yeah.
of the integration. We just recently went live with this. We already have a few customers on board with it, and it's very exciting. That said, we always take customer feedback into account. We are constantly evolving as a product, and if there are use cases that make sense from both the customer standpoint, Evergreen standpoint, and GoTab standpoint, there's no reason why we can't work together to make further iterations of this integration.
Beautiful.
Great. And this question is for Adam. Does this work with option groups?
Yeah, this integration was built out with option groups in mind. And so I know, Jeff, you and I talked about this yesterday, just the idea that we're also able to create products. When you create the product within Evergreen, it's being created automatically within GoTab with the different pour sizes that can be optioned out as well. So the option groups we're taking into account there.
Awesome. You can continue to submit your questions. Jeff, tell us about the how to get a demo and how to get a free trial.
That's a great question. If you would prefer to jump on a demo, which is what we would recommend, because we can give you a full tour and actually tailor it to your business, particular use cases that might be specific to your location. You can click that top link up there. If you would prefer to jump straight into a free trial, we do not require a credit card, and we'll put you on a 2-week trial with digital menu access, and that can be done immediately. Additionally, please know that if you have attended this webinar, we will provide you with 2 months for free of Evergreen if you jump on a yearly package.
That's awesome. And then I'll just switch to our thank you slide for Adam. Adam, did you have any final comments?
I mean, ultimately the thing that I like the most is what I said at the very beginning is just being able to streamline the accessibility of what those products are and the descriptions of those beers and cocktails and all the beverage program being in one place and being able to push it into your point of sale. And of course, GoTab just would have been really nice for me to have as an operator back in the day. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this in action.
Awesome. I think that covers all the questions that we have. I want to thank you, Jeffrey, and thank you, Adam, for participating in today's webinar. And I think we're going to call it.
Great. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you all for attendees.
Have a great one.
Cheers.
Bye.